Right, so one of my trailer lights has gone on my trailer, so I'm going to fix that as well today. So I was given a load of lights by a neighbour, so I'm going to see how that goes today. Just a little video to show you how to change them and what problems you can get, what can go wrong, and eventually get them right. Hope you enjoy it. What else have we got in here? Wow, some well old ones. Look at that, really? That's well old, that. Wow. I'm a sham. I don't know how old that is. Anyway, see what we can do. Okay, as you can see, what I've done, I've taken the old light off, exposing the 4 connections on the left hand side of the indicator and the brake light. What I'm going to do next, I'm just going to show you how to put the actual cover on and connect up all the wires to the adequate connections and terminals. Show you now is the old unit. The problem you're getting is we've had water inside the plastic section and it's corroded the metal sections which conduct the electricity to go through. The 12 volts isn't getting to the bulb. As you can see on this new unit that my neighbour's given me, really nice of him. It's an old unit, but it's never been used. So you can see the connections are a lot clearer on this one. So I'm going to show you here. I'm going to put the connections through the back on the new unit. It's not exactly the same. Not exactly the same bulb unit, and it's not the same size. It's slightly different in shape to the right hand side, but it still works. So I'm threading these through and putting the white wire onto the earth there. As you can see, that earth is the white on the left hand side of the trailer, and what that does, it connects both the bulbs up to the earth. The green one I'm putting through now goes to the indicator, which is on the left hand side. You can see on that image there. And I'm just going to pull it through. It's a little bit fiddly, this. You can take the metal section out to do the wiring, but this is how I'm going to do it for today because it's a lot easier to do. I think it's a bit more time consuming to take the whole thing out and put it back in again. Push it through, and when it comes through the other side, you can see that I'm going to pull it through so it's not snagging on any of the metal surfaces, which could create a short and in turn short your battery out, blow your fuse, one thing or the other. So make sure that the actual cable comes through. Check the ends to see whether it's not corroded, and then snap it onto the edge of the male connection. So the female connector that I've got in my finger now can go onto the male connector of the indicator bulb. What I'm going to do next as well is just show you how to use some crimps. I've got some special equipment that I can use to crimp wire together and show you how to strip it, because some of these connections are really bad, really corroded and no good to use. Like you can see in the video, I'm cutting off the old insulation, the terminal sheath, so this has all been water bound, so there's been water ingress inside this. I'm going to replace it with something a little bit different. So I looked around my box and found one of these. This is a female connector, and I'm going to put that on to the actual wire. So I'm going to strip the wire with a wire stripper, so a pair of wire strippers, whatever you call it. So I'm going to find the smallest one for the 12 volt cable. But first of all, as I'm going to cut that off first, and then I'm going to put the wire strippers on, strip the wire back. I'd say about less than a quarter of an inch, maybe 1/8 of an inch, something like that, as you can see in the video. What I've revealed as I've pulled this wire back, it seems that some of the corrosion has tracked a little bit back up the wire. The wire looks black. So what I would suggest you to do now is to get a knife and just scrape it. What that does, it reveals, as you can see, the wire gets slightly silver. Well, it comes back to its original form. So if it's a brass wire, it'll go brass, and if it's silver, it'll go silver. So at least you've got some connectivity there for the current to pass through. So then all you do simply is place the connector onto it, so the crimp, get the crimpers, Don't do what I do now. See how it falls off. So put it on, hold it with your 4 fingers, and then get your crimpers, get the right setting, so it's a blue crimper on the blue setting, press it down. What I like to do as well with these, over time they can get a little bit loose and shake themselves loose with the vibration of the trailer, so I'll use another set of crimpers just to get a little bit more purchase on it so the wire is secure. It's a little bit of a fiddly thing to do, but once it's done, save you some money. What I'm going to proceed to do now is pull the other 2 wires through, so the yellow wire and the red wire. You can see I've already connected the red wire to the terminal. That terminal itself is the brake light terminal, it's one of those terminals on there. And then obviously you've got the yellow cable coming through that I'm just clearing up now. I'm going to do the same thing as what I did with the other one. I'm going to use the wire stripper on it, and I'm going to use a crimp. I'm going to replace the crimp on it. I'm going to put that back onto the cable. But this time what I'm going to do is I'm going to do exactly the same thing in terms of cleaning it up with the knife, so I can get a good surface for connectivity. But I'm going to fold it over this time, so I can get a little bit heavier gauge on the crimp itself, because the crimps are a little bit larger in diameter. So just to take that up, I'm going to fold the wire back. You can see me doing it in a minute. So as I'm crimping it off now. One of the most important things to think about is make sure that the wire is connected to the metal section of the crimp before you start to crimp it together with the crimpers, because otherwise the connectivity won't be there. If you push the wire too far, the chances are it won't really crimp and it's just floating about and it's not actually in contact all the time 24/7 with the metal section. On the video showing that I've connected the red cable to the other terminal of the brake light and the headlight, the main beam light. You can see that clearly on there, and now it's just a case of jiggling it about, getting it ready for the lens. Just a little bit there. I need to connect the casing on to the barge board first before you put the lens on, so I'm just showing you how to do that now. It's PVC plastic we're screwing into. It's really easy. You don't need any pre-drilled holes or anything like that. Go straight into it. The only problem that I found with this is that it's slightly off center because the hole in the back of the actual light is not the same as the old one, as it's a different style of design. Okay, so the lights are all fixed on now. I'd recommend checking the other one, which I did. We're going to send the 1.21 gigawatts through it and see if it works. Take it away. I hope you enjoyed the video and learned something. Thanks for watching.